Hey everybody, it's Ben Jameson with Church Free Spirituality. Thanks for checking us out this week. I want to talk about enlightenment this week. In spiritual practice, we tend to get this idea that enlightenment is this great big achievement that we will someday reach, in which we will be totally blissed out and at peace and loving all the time and everything will just be great. And I think that this idea of enlightenment, not only is it potentially false, but it also sets us up for failure. We get this idea of an enlightened state of consciousness being so big and so out there that it makes it almost impossible for us to reach. So I want to dial it way back and look at the dictionary definition of enlightened. So in the dictionary, in Merriam-Webster's, enlightened means free from ignorance or misinformation. It doesn't mean that we're in some peaceful, blissed out, wonderful state where we're constantly happy and joyful all the time and everything that we want instantly manifests. It means that we act from a place of being free from ignorance or misinformation. And friends, when we look at our lives now, we can see that that is true so much of the time. Driving is a really easy example. If you passed your driver's test, if you know what the street signs mean, and you know how to operate your car, you drive without ignorance or misinformation. You are an enlightened driver. Or at least you have the potential to be an enlightened driver. See, the definition of enlightenment doesn't talk at all about what we do with the fact that we are free from ignorance or misinformation. It just says that we are free from that ignorance or misinformation. We can be free and yet show up as if we are not. That's about how we show up to our everyday lives, not about some mystical, mythical, magical, far-off state that we might one day attain and then never have to do anything again in our lives. The Buddha said, before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. Yes, it may mean that chopping wood and carrying water happens easier, but it's the same thing, right? Before and after, the exact same activity. It's just about how we show up to it, and that's what's in the middle. That's what comes in the middle of before enlightenment and after enlightenment, how we show up to the tasks at hand. So if you've got operating in your consciousness, in the background of your consciousness, this idea, as many of us do, that enlightenment is some amazing achievement that we will one day reach, I encourage you to knock down that pedestal, to look at the dictionary definition of enlightened, and begin to look in your life to where you are free from ignorance and misinformation, and then show up that way, claiming that as your enlightenment in that moment. And every time you fall off, just come back to showing up to your enlightenment, to showing up to being free from ignorance or misinformation again and again and again. And when you find a situation where you do have some ignorance or misinformation, go fill those gaps so that the next time you come back from an enlightened state, from right where you are, as you are, and who you are right here and right now, rather than some mythical, mystical, magical, far-off expression of you that may or may not ever happen. We're enlightened right here and right now, friends. We just need to show up to it. Thank you for showing up to Church Free Spirituality for this week. I hope you enjoy your week of finding places where you meet that dictionary definition of enlightenment and show up that way. In the meantime, if you want to go deeper, you can get the book Church Free Spirituality on Amazon or barnesandnoble.com. Make sure you share this with as many people as you know. Like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. We can have a conversation in the comments section, and I'll even do a video about a topic that you want. If you just put that down in the comments, I'll know it and we'll get it done. Thanks, friends. Have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.